But it wasn't until I put myself into a state of having my arms open, my heart open, my mind open to actually receiving and being able to carry the load that it is that I'm asking to receive. Until you get to that place, you're never going to get fully what it is that you want. Maybe you'll get glimmers, maybe you'll get a glimpse of it, or it'll feel just slightly out of reach. But once you shift yourself into being in this space of openness and willingness to not only receive, but to hold and to carry the things that it is that you want in life, then and only then will you be able to truly be gifted and be blessed with what it is that you've been calling into yourself. I'm learning that before your eyes. And hi, we're back again in the backyard. I have been making myself a little place here, reading, writing, sunbathing, allowing myself to reflect. I'm losing sunlight, and I wanted to finish this chapter about, what is the chapter called? It's called Marking Territory. Marking Territory, the Boundaries of Rage and Forgiveness. And as we are finishing out the month of September and about to undergo a solar eclipse and new moon, and October is such a magical, mystical month, and Halloween season is upon us. I feel my magic, witchy side coming more into play than ever. I've been called for a while to do a lot of shadow work, reflect on life, and I don't know, as I'm moving forward towards the things that I want for myself, of myself, from myself, in my art and in my creative ventures, as I continue to cultivate, create, manifest the life that I want to live. I need to let go of these residual pieces of me that just don't do anything for me. Yeah, so this chapter talking about rage and forgiveness, and I don't find myself to be particularly, okay, hold on, I'm getting blind again. I don't find myself to be a particularly rageful, angry person. In reading this, I had stifled myself and bit my tongue a little too many times throughout life, that it would just make me, and there he goes again, it would just make me be so reactive in life. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the person that I was that didn't speak her truth. I mean, this goes back to the whole living in our villain era, being unapologetically ourselves and embracing who it is that we desire to be, regardless of how other people may respond or react or perceive us. And this chapter, is he digging behind me? This chapter really struck a chord because I've already felt called to do this work. And like I've said so many times before, while reading this book and picking it back up, and it constantly finding me exactly where I desire to be, I have been being aligned. I keep being aligned with content about destiny swapping and protecting our privacy and our peace, and prioritizing the nurturing of ourselves so that we're able to show up in the world fully ourselves and fully realized and able to show up as who it is that we want to be. That I feel I have felt this part of me that is just a little bit shy or a little bit tender, because there are just residual layers that I need to make amends with. Oh my gosh, we're playing this game with the lighting again. Goodness. Hold on. Is that better? And so, also, do you guys like this little stick? I didn't want to have to keep my mouth or my hand so close to my mouth, but this is a letter opener, and it has an elephant, and we know how I feel about elephants. But yeah, it's fascinating. And then I came across another video, or another video was aligned to me that was encouraging the continual learning and nurturing of the skill sets of the life that I'm in pursuit of. And so one of those life paths is singing and performing, and being able to do that in a sustained and strong way. I have been, how long have I been doing this? For the last couple of weeks, I have been doing my vocal warm-ups while on the elliptical, and I had the idea to start making covers again, just to put my voice out there and get used to sharing my talents as I create more music. And I want to do long form projects, and in order to find people who are just naturally drawn to my voice and my sound and want to hear more of it, I feel like making covers, maybe making covers while on the elliptical, because that's what I've been practicing, is a good way to see the stepping stones to getting to where it is that I want to be, and opening ourselves up to the guidance of God, of the universe, allowing ourselves to receive the downloads and transmute that into how it is we feel called and guided to. So it's a very fascinating space in life that I'm in right now. I'm having a great time, to be quite honest. I posted like self-portraits that I took on Instagram, that I took for Instagram today for you guys. It might maybe a couple days ago, and I miss it. I think about when I've been, the things that I'm doing now are the same things that I was doing over a decade ago, maybe even 15 years ago. I'm doing the same exact things now that I was doing back then, taking self-portraits, making YouTube videos, making covers, and singing, and being this super creative spirit. And I've always been this person. Like, none of this is new. And so it's really fascinating, it's really cool, and I love seeing that I'm exactly the same person that I was when I was a kid. That although I haven't progressed as far as I wanted to by now, I know that I'm on my way. We talked about this before. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen, so let's not stress about the timelines, or oh, I should have been there by now, or why haven't I XYZ. Like, everything is happening when it should be happening, and making peace, having forgiveness for ourselves, for what is it? She had said something about the descansos, the resting places, or the aspects of yourself that were on the way to somewhere but never arrived. Descansos mark the death sites, the dark times, but they are also love notes to your suffering. They are transformative. There is a lot to be said for pinning things to the earth so they don't follow us around. There's a lot to be said for laying them to rest. And I have a lot of these places in life where I need to place my descansos. I need to thank myself. I need to forgive myself for not realizing sooner my worth and my power. And just the light disappearing is so funny. And coming into myself sooner than now, but also having that present day awareness that I I wouldn't be who it is that I am right now without having experienced all of those letdowns and all of the residual pains and all of the moments in life where I was headed in the right direction and then I allowed life or the perception of society or the people around me to prevent me from actually stepping into who it is that I've always been and that I've always been meant to be. So yeah, this was a beautiful chapter. It made me quite somber today. And also, TMI, I'm sorry again, but I started like lightly bleeding. So I'm just like, there's a lot of sensitivity or emotion going on within my spirit. It also makes sense. The new moon is coming, solar eclipse is coming, and being aligned with that in the physical sense is not completely like, why is this happening? You know what I mean? There is a activity that she encourages to sit down with a timeline of your life and say, where are the crosses? Where are the places that must be remembered, must be blessed in all the meanings that you've brought forward in your life today? They must be remembered, but they must be forgotten at the same time. It takes time and patience. And that's something that I think is a beautiful activity for me to do, especially in this state that I am in. It's like bright and then dark, but that's also something that, because of the solar eclipse and new moon coming up, another activity that was encouraged to me was to balance out my dark and light feminine to be in balance with the full divine feminine energy. And so we know how we feel about synchronicity and alignment, guys. And I'm just telling you guys things that I've been doing lately. I need the lighting to settle itself down. It's so bright. Okay, how are we? So exposed up there. If I stayed down here, is it better? I just feel like it's okay. We're gonna go back down. I've been singing with this karaoke mic for the last couple of days. I've had this since Christmas. This is actually my mom's. I convinced her to give it to me, and she took the black one that I acquired from I think we both got them from White Elephant, and there was a pink one and a black one, and I acquired one, but it was black, and my mom had the pink one. And I know that woman isn't going to use it. And if she's going to use it, she has the black one. But I was just like, oh, are you going to keep the pink one? You can have my black one. And she likes to play this game where she's not going to do what you ask her to. We all know that she's not going to use it and that I'm actually going to be the one to use this more often. And so she like plays this game of like, oh, but I want to keep it, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, that's okay then. Next morning, what was sitting in front of my door? The pink one. But yeah, that's been nice. When I make covers, I'll probably use this kind of like, what's her name? Audrey. Fuck. I'm so sorry that I'm getting her name wrong. But I'm ready. I'm ready to stop hiding. Or yeah, I have intentionally and also unintentionally been in a hermit mode season. And at first it was self-preservation, and then the more I sat into it, the more I realized how much I needed it and how much it was really healing and helping me come into who it is that I really desire to be in this life. Taking the time to cultivate my skill sets, and even when it comes to singing and using my voice, like my voice has gotten crazy in a great way, especially when I use a waist trainer every now and then while I'm working out, because I want to snatch that waist. So when I'm on the elliptical and I'm doing my vocal warm-ups, I have the waist trainer on, and so that's enforcing even more breath support and breath control, and just seeing how much that is positively impacting my voice. Like all of these things that I'm doing naturally, just out of like that is just how the things are happening. It's crazy how, as I said before, how in alignment I am. How all the things that I'm doing is just perfect puzzle pieces. And I say this every day, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. And I'll find myself in moments of doubt and hesitation and worry, like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna make money? How am I going to support myself? I want to move out. So how is the pieces for that going to happen? And then I don't want to, oh, hummingbird. I freaking love hummingbirds. If I ever get another tattoo, I probably will. I want to add a hummingbird to where my butterfly is. But it also has to match. So I'm very particular about that. Anyways, I have to remain in the energy, in the feeling state, in the energetic space of knowing that everything is panning out. And it's difficult, it's a challenge, but the more we persist, the more, like, oh, I'm forgetting what it is. But what is it? What we resist persists, or something like that. Oh, another hummingbird, or the same hummingbird. Hi. So many hummingbirds. I love them. The things that we think about, what is it? We're constantly manifesting every single day, every single moment of the day. The life that we live right now is a result of the manifestation that we put into place, whether it was conscious or subconscious. And so allowing myself to sit in a state of knowing that the money is going to come my way, the life that I desire to live creatively, and the goals and ambitions that I set for myself, as long as I am continuing to take those steps forward, building the skill set, reading the books, training my voice, practicing my music, recording my music, spinning the creative cogs, just working the cogs of the machine that is me every day, and making sure that I'm doing my reps in all the various areas of life that I desire to see growth in, I'm gonna get exactly where it is I want to get. You are gonna get exactly where it is you want to get, as long as you continue to persist, to persevere, to put in that work, to trust that as long as you are taking inspired action towards the things that you desire to make reality in your life, you're gonna get there. And it's gonna feel in the moment that it's taking so long. And then one day you're gonna wake up and it's going to be a part of your life, and it's going to feel like, oh, this happened overnight. How did I get here so fast? So allow yourself to take your time. Allow yourself to forgive yourself. Allow yourself to put up your, what is it called? Your descansos. Descansos? So sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, your descansos. Forgive yourself. Forgive people. Forgive the world. Forgive, there's a lot of healing that comes with forgiveness. We don't have to be bundles of rage. I know I'm not a bundle of rage, but there's a lot of repressed feelings that I know that I need to work through. We're all on our way. Everything is happening as it should. Yeah, I don't really know the theme, the through line of this, but every time we allow ourselves to get out of our own way, things seem so much easier than we were overthinking it to be. It took a long time to get to this place, you guys. Not saying that you're gonna have to wait to witness growth within yourself, but it takes time. It takes patience. It takes forgiving yourself, forgiving whatever, whoever, wherever it is, over and over and over again, until it doesn't hurt so much and you can just take the lesson that came from that experience, place, person. I think it's so funny. I think about the way that I maneuver through life, and it's so childlike and so playful, and And that's what life should be. I feel I've taken things so seriously for a long time. I really Rachel Berried life for a long time, where I prioritized my career so much that I would get tunnel vision, but then I'd be so like emotionally chaotic and find myself distracted by whatever, and then it would just be such a drastic shift of like, okay, I'm gonna pursue this. Like there's this distraction right here, like let me whatever. And maybe that's not very Rachel Berry, but I just always knew that my career as a creative, my creative drive and passion as a person was my number one love, and I didn't know how to allow other people to integrate into my life properly unless I was able to control and be at the driver's seat of everything. And this is a topic for another day, but there's just a lot of things that I'm working through and that I'm understanding more and more for myself as I am doing this work actively and intentionally and being gentle with myself. I am seeing how much easier life has been unfolding for me and how I'm finding myself in the exact same place mentally and emotionally, spiritually, energetically, so different in the way I approach it, in the way that I perceive it. And that is so fascinating. And it's so beautiful because it's a reminder that I've always known exactly what it is that I wanted. I just never allowed myself to fully have it. And now that I am allowing myself to have it, God, the universe, they're like, okay, she's on board. She gets it now. She's ready to receive all it is that she has been asking for and waiting for. But it wasn't until I put myself into a state of having my arms open, my heart open, my mind open to actually receiving and being able to carry the load that it is that I'm asking to receive. Until you get to that place, you're never gonna get fully what it is that you want. Maybe you'll get glimmers, maybe you'll get a glimpse of it, or it'll feel just slightly out of reach. But once you shift yourself into being in this space of openness and willingness to not only receive, but to hold and to carry the things that it is that you want in life, then and only then will you be able to truly be gifted and be blessed with what it is that you've been calling into yourself. I'm learning that before your eyes, and I feel I've been at this for such a long time. It's such tiny shifts, such minuscule shifts that really put you into sport mode, that really, what is it, Fast and Furious, all they need to do is switch on the lever to turn on like their turbo speed. In the analogy of the universe at play, with God in play, they know that there is the exact moment when to open that little box and then flip the switch. We can't just use turbo speed at the very beginning, because you're gonna run out and then you're gonna fall behind because you accelerated too fast, too early. It wasn't the time. But now that I'm right at that perfect moment, I feel the box is opening. We're gonna flip the switch. I just feel that I'm going to propel so fast, so soon, so quickly, that maintaining my balance within myself, making sure that I got my X's and O's, dotted my I's, crossed my T's, remain centered and balanced in the things that I know are pillars for myself. Then when I receive all the things that I'm calling in for myself, it's going to be smooth sailing. Of course, I'm going to experience obstacles because I am in a completely different place in life that I've never been before. But if we have all of the tools in our belt locked down, loaded, ready to go, so that when we need to pull them out, it's there for us to utilize, then we'll be able to bob and weave, dodge and dip, whatever it is. Yeah, life's cool. Life's cool when you allow it to be cool. When you allow yourself to have all the things that you want in life, you're able to have them. You're able to receive them. It's just a matter of finding the right alignment, connecting the right wires. So, oh no, hold on. Okay, it's gonna cut me off. Well, it was cutting me off, but I cut myself off before it cut me off. Allow yourself to take the time, do the work, get the skills in whatever it is that you need to acquire skills. Allow yourself to be prepared. Take the time to study and to put in the work so that as you're receiving all the things that you want to receive in life, you know without a doubt you're worthy of it because you took the time, you put in the work, patience, forgiveness, gratitude, openness, and willingness. Okay, I really have to use the bathroom and I'm gonna take this guy on a walk. He's off frame. I'm gonna take him on a walk and he hears the word. And then, yeah, gonna wrap up my day because it's already 6:30. I want to get back to my early rises again. And, oh, scared the shit out of me. Okay, I love you. Be kind to yourself. Take the time to forgive. Take the time to forgive yourself and do any shadow work. do the work. That's the encouragement for today. Do the work because your future self is going to thank you. Your present self is going to be glad that you did it. Soon enough, you're going to be exactly where it is that you've been working towards. It's just a matter of time. That's a Hamilton song. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I love you. Get some sunbathe. I know it's fall, so the sun isn't really out as long as it usually is. If you're in California, we're a little bit luckier than most, but do what you can. Get some vitamin D, hydrate, nurture, and nourish yourself. And I will see you very soon. I love you. Ciao.